to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we'll start with opening of the bids for paving.
I believe we have 2 bids for opening this evening. The first one is Hawbaker. Their base bid is $359,776. To include the alternate component, it would be an additional $119,406.75. The base bid, for clarity's sake, would encompass Westbrook Street, Hillcrest, Brookside, and Sunrise Circle. Alternate bid 1 would also include Brookside Drive, an additional component of it, Hickory to cul-de-sac, and Hickory Drive, Wolcott Hollow to the end. And it does appear as though their bid is compliant. Including all the appropriate prevailing wage information. The second bid is from Bishop Brothers. Their bids also would appear to be compliant, including the bid bond. Their base bid is $335,594.66. To include alternate bid 1 would be an additional $118,218.66.
Yeah, 594.66.
Any discussion?
Wait, it's still up here. 2,
This is to do what's for today, the first half of, this was to do the other half of this year.
John, could you clarify, please, as you did with the Hawbaker, could you clarify the roads that were included in both the base bid and the alternate bid?
Yes. We'll be specific. In the base bid, it would be as follows. Westbrook Street from Elmira Street to PA Avenue. Hillcrest Drive would be Westbrook to Lockhart. Brookside Drive would be Wolcott Hollow to Hickory Drive, and Sunrise Circle would be from Brookside to the end.
Okay.
And then in the alternate bid one, that would add on Brookside Drive from Hickory Drive to the cul-de-sac, and Hickory Drive, Wolcott Hollow to the end.
Okay.
And that's consistent with both.
So both are the exact same.
Exact same, yes.
Okay. That's what I thought, but I wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Mason, do you have input?
Less than what the bid amount is, I believe, what the actual estimate was for the full, for both,
Yeah, he
both
said he,
portions of Hickory Heights.
So just to make clear, we have this set aside in the budget to have that all finished.
Yes, with having it reworked for the Act 13 funds. Correct.
So for both the base bid as well as the alternate bid,
Yes.
to be both included. Okay.
And we had it where they cannot subcontract it out. They need to do the work.
They have to do the
correct?
work themselves.
We did put that in. Just wanted to confirm.
Is-
What prep work are we doing here?
Is that in that, John? For this?
yeah, it's got to be reallocated.
Where does it need to go? Does it have a line item? Mason, while John's looking for that, where would we need to move the money from Act 13 to? Do you have a budget line item for us?
So yeah, the problem was with the current budget is that there was no roll forward from previous years. So the $830,000 wasn't included at the end. It was included at the first initial, but at the end of the final proposed that was approved, it wasn't there. So I was able to put that in and then I have different line items for both projects, for both Hickory Heights and
Westbrook.
yes, Westbrook, yeah.
Okay, so there are two different line items.
Yes.
And do you know how much we need to move from Act 13 for each one? Is it this total amount?
Yeah, so each one's separated out.
Okay, that's fine. I just didn't know how we needed to word it in order
Yeah,
to make sure
it
that
just
it's right.
depends, like, you couldn't tell just based on the full bid, but if there was one was higher than the original, but the alternative was approximately the same,
Okay.
so.
I don't see anything that specifically requires that, to be honest.
Great. Is that something that we can add to the motion?
What's that?
Not having subcontractors? Because that's where we got in trouble last time.
Over there.
Yeah, I would assume, I mean, could we accept this?
It wasn't relayed that they were using them.
Right,
either.
correct.
So that
Right, they
wasn't-
didn't tell us they were using
Right.
them.
So could we accept a bid contingent upon agreements from the contractor that they will be doing the work?
Yeah, I think that would be the best way to do it, would be to
Okay.
make it contingent upon.
Okay. So we need to make two motions. One would be to either accept or reject the bid. The other would be to, if we accept the bid, to move money from Act 13 to the proper accounts. So do I have a motion?
on which one we're going with.
Before you
The
make
first
the
one.
motion,
So-
can I ask a question?
Sure.
Rosemary Firestein. So I asked in the last meeting, and I just got blank stares, and I'm wondering why there was $1.2 million rolled over from Act 13 and liquid fuel funds that wasn't included in the budget that now you want to include in the budget. Many times people came in and asked, why can't we have these roads fixed? And specifically, I'm talking about Westbrook, Hillcrest, and that neighborhood. And the answer was routinely, we don't have the funds. So in the budget process, which, you know, I was here at the meetings, and that $800 and something thousand and $300 and something thousand Act 13 liquid fuels was not part of that. So how did that happen? And how now do you add it in so that the public has awareness of what, I mean, it's about transparency. So how did it happen, and how are we going to not let it happen again? Where $1.2 million, I don't know how to say it, was just missed in the budget. I don't understand, and I'd like to understand. And I don't get me wrong, I love it that you are now looking at those funds and you're going to fix some of the roads in Hillcrest and some of the roads Westbrook. Hickory Heights and Westbrook and Hillcrest. I do. I like that a lot. But I don't want to get to the end of this year and say we didn't do something again, and then find out next spring that we have a sum of money that was not budgeted for public review. And I think that we should have an answer to that. And you're all going to look at me, and Mr. Thompson's going to say they don't have to answer that. But I think you should answer that if you're interested in being transparent, and if you're interested in really wanting us to understand what's going on.
I think part of that is typically we'd have a road boss in place that would have their wish list of projects to put in for the budget, and we were kind of interim, like in between people to nail down projects, people or lack of people coming and going, and some of the carryover, and correct me if I'm wrong, we have to help cover like payroll, stuff like that into next year for budget season to kind of, we have to have some of that stuff to carry over to pay the bills basically. So that was, I would assume, part of that money. But as far as allocating the money, like I said, we would have a road boss in there to say, this is my wish list, it's $1.2 million for next year. Well, then we know to put that in the budget. So
if we had a road condition survey, we wouldn't really have a road wish list. We would have a baseline where then we can make a plan for 3 years, 5 years, 7 years.
Correct.
Which is what we always did.
But we have not since
Correct.
that time.
Because we were in the situation we were in, we always had something like that, but then we got into the situation we got in where we didn't have a road foreman or a superintendent, so we...
Garrett Stock's salary was $55,000. His salary is $75,000 with no benefits. That doesn't equate to $1.3 million.
No?
Okay? So, I said my piece. Thank you for listening. And
yeah, we're not saying in lieu of their salary, that's why it wasn't allocated. We're saying because there wasn't somebody there to say, these are my projects, put this in
that's not even
the budget.
That's not even logical. You had $1.3 million in the budget that you didn't allocate for anything, and you're saying because you had a gap in one road supervisor to another.
Right, but the money didn't go away. It's still there. It just wasn't allocated.
Budgeted.
It's
So
still
it's
there.
never brought up.
All we have to do is reallocate it
And
for the
Matt,
projects.
You said we have no money to do it. Bonnie, you said we have no money to do it. Tressa, you said we have no money to do it. Yet there was $1.2 million rolled over. So there was money.
Okay, so we're doing it.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want us to do this or not? I mean, I'm confused.
Of course you are.
You do.
Because you had $1.2 million in the budget that you didn't allocate to get work done.
Right, because we didn't have a road superintendent to tell us what
You know what?
work we needed to get
I'm not
done.
gonna wallow in
I mean, am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong.
bringing up a point because it concerns me. The mismanagement concerns me. I'm bringing it up.
Okay, we're trying to fix
So,
what we
I appreciate
did.
that you're
That's what you
doing
think.
these roads.
Yes.
We can't have a gap of
We'd have to see the
$1.3 million
advertisement.
when you have a budget of 4.5. Right?
Because I know we're talking about.
Thank you.
Understood.
Yeah, ma'am.
A question, you're talking about budgeting. So you're going to do Brookside Drive? I mean, actual paved?
Yeah, I was gonna say, to clarify, the way this is bid out was to do Hillcrest and Westbrook, and then we split Hickory Heights into two sections, essentially. So to come from the first entrance off of Wolcott Hollow by Peterson's, and go, and then go all the way up to the intersection, and that first Sunrise Circle, I think it is, that first cul-de-sac, to make that half, and then the other half would be Hickory Drive and the other cul-de-sac.
That goes in that first amount, and then the second amount goes Hickory Drive down to the airport side. Oh, so this is in the base, this is in the additional alternate.
Okay, so this is coming to my driveway.
Yeah, it was
What
the
road
same.
is that? Brookside.
Then that's gonna take, are you on the top part or the bottom part?
That's the primary, I know where she's at. That's
the on the top part?
bid is to do.
So that's this one. Yep, so that's this one.
Okay,
And then this one is gonna be the rest.
so it's gonna be big.
Same thing as Erin Road, 19 millimeter. Yep.
Thank you. Because I've had stones, every time it rains, I have to go down to the end of the driveway, get rid of the stones, and I'm getting too old for that. You know, I'm 70-something trying to dig up the stones now.
Yeah, crack the whip on Ralph, get him out there.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, anyone?
I'll make the motion to go with Bishop Brothers bid for the base bid and the alternate bid, contingent upon Bishop Brothers being amenable to not using a subcontractor, to them actually doing the work.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Matt,
Yes, ma'am.
when will this be done? Or started?
It's, once we accept the bid, then we have to notify them, and then they'll let us know what their tentative schedule is, so we won't know for sure,
They
but,
usually schedule a meeting with,
Tony.
yep.
and we'll have a little bit of prep work and stuff to do in the meantime, just to touch up some drainage and make sure stuff's good before they come in, so.
Okay, because yeah, our neighbor has a pipe coming out from his house,
Saw that.
and the water, I don't know where it's coming from, goes right down on the road to our driveway. When Sue was here, she was gonna put a drain in, but Martin said no.
Ma'am, do you live at Hickory Heights?
Brookside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why are there no ditches out there?
That I don't know. Whenever they designed it, they just,
I
Nothing's
mean, the
been,
water's running right down the center of the
yeah,
road.
just sheet planes right off.
nothing's been done in there since all
98.
the houses got put in,
Yeah,
yeah.
98 was the last time it even got asphalt.
Because I had a resident complaint,
Is that something that needs to be done?
and he told me that there was a agreement between Henry Dunn
No.
and Jim King that was to be paved years ago, but nobody seems to be able to produce a piece of paper.
That issue has come up frequently, and no one
Yeah.
has ever produced any documentation.
Well, you're a lawyer, you know if there's no piece of paper, there's no deal.
All right, I would
Okay.
also like to make a motion to move money from Act 13 in order to pay for these two projects in accordance to the account numbers that we need to move them into so that Mason can get them in the right place.
Okay, hang on a minute. I don't think you have to make we have to make a resolution to pull, I believe, isn't that it?
I
Maybe.
think so.
We have to use a resolution to get money out of Act 13.
So then that wouldn't be able to take place tonight because we don't have it.
I think the appropriate thing would be to authorize the resolution in order to transfer the money.
I'll agree with that.
And then whenever Megan gets it drafted, we can just execute. Okay. Then that's my motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Well, motion passes. So Megan, just let me know when that happens so that we can execute that.
Sure, so may I ask another question?
Quickly.
So, you put the bid out,
Mm-hmm.
and now you're adding a stipulation that says you can't use a subcontract.
Correct.
So if they come back and say, well, we can't do it ourselves, then what happens? You have to put another advertisement out for another bid?
Then we have the choice of going with the other bidder or then re-advertise, yeah.
So then we
And
go
add
to
that
Hobby
in the bid.
Burns,
I don't think we can do that.
ask them, same thing.
But you didn't put in the bid that they couldn't use a subcontract. So any one of them that says they can do it, you're going to say,
So what I anticipate on happening is, because what happened last time got us in trouble because it was a mess, and they just didn't let us know that they were subcontracting out. So I have a feeling that if they are not amenable to the fact that we want them to do the work themselves, if they come back to us and say, unless we have an extenuating circumstance, we'll do the work ourselves, are you all right with that as long as we notify you? That's a different conversation.
But I don't think you can just go to the second highest bid. I
Right.
think at that point you would have to,
Go back.
Go back and
you
bid.
have to re-advertise, is that what you're saying, sir?
Which makes sense, but knowing what they know about what happened last time, I don't see that that's going to happen. Personally, but I don't know that. Not them.
All right, thank you.
All right, next, voice of the residents, Denise Bull.
Oh, I have the paper if I can find it. She had called about, in reference to the detour in Wilawana, stating that since there are no pavement markings in front of the Dandy, it's become fairly dangerous with the increase in traffic. With the increase in traffic, but just from the detour and holidays and combined, it seems like people think like when they get off the exit to go to the Dandy, it's like kind of like a truck stop. Because it is a truck stop, it would just be, it's all combined. They don't realize that there's a road there that takes supposed to be taking traffic past the Dandy to the intersection.
Got it.
So people are kind of just flying all over the place. And I've heard it, we've had another resident say the same thing too. So just to see if there's any way to get markings there, what to do, because it is dangerous.
We talked to the contractor, see if they could do anything.
PennDOT.
I talked to Ed and Cindy, and they said it would likely fall on the townships for the responsibility to mark the road there.
So
But
Was
we've
that-
not
we're not
confirmed- we've
working on
not
PennDOT.
confirmed that with PennDOT though.
No.
So we need to confirm that with PennDOT.
what markings would be helpful, like white and yellow lines?
There's nothing
or
there at all right
what?
now. It's all just looks like a parking lot.
It's like,
Yeah.
Is that-
It looks like you're coming into a truck stop.
Wagon Road part of the detour?
it's exciting.
So I guess see what PennDOT says, and if they say we need to do it, then we need to do it.
So we can't go to PennDOT.
Right.
Yes,
Okay.
it is. It's White Wagon.
All right, so Tony's going to get a hold of Steve Kehoe and ask PennDOT if that's something that they can do since it's the extra traffic. If not, we'll see if that's something that we can
Jersey Burger.
get quick. Yeah, I'd keep that for him.
That though is not part of the detour, is that correct?
White Wagon Road isn't.
Well, it has to go. That's how you get onto.
The only way I can get into town.
Yes, White
front of
Wagon
the
Road
Dandy.
is from the exit of the highway. in
Well,
front
I
of the
know, but I
Dandy
mean, did
to the
PennDOT-
stop sign that takes you up.
Okay.
That's
So yes, it is.
Okay, you're going
Yeah.
that direction.
I mean, then if that's part of the detour, I think we should ask PennDOT then.
Correct. That's why I think
Yeah.
Tony needs to talk to PennDOT tomorrow
Okay.
and find out.
PennDOT does have a lining through. They may just do it.
Yeah, I think it would be a better idea for them.
All right.
All right, Township Authority.
I have another for Board of residents.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Mike Freeland. I just wanted to ask or suggest my research has shown that I assume the bids are for 19 millimeter. That you put out something else afterwards this year if there's money left to coat those. Not saying with 9.5, but something, because 19 millimeter is not a wear course. It will not last.
Yeah, it's a structural
It needs
course.
to be sealed, either tar and chipped, 9.5 pavement over top of it, or a slurry mix. Needs to be done sooner rather than later. They can't wait for winters of salt and plowing.
How much pavement are you talking? 1 inch, 2 inch
At least an inch.
in depth?
And again, then that now changes the height of everything,
Right.
which changes your drainage. So that should have been considered first, but it is way more expensive to do 9.5 as a wear course as opposed to a tar and chip seal or slurry over top.
Yeah, structurally, I wouldn't do a finish coat.
It
on
needs to be
of
coated and
asphalt.
sealed because 19 millimeter is not a wear course.
It's a structural course, but it's still good for a couple years after it's laid before you
Yes
get down some
and
stuff.
no.
So what would you
It
put?
shouldn't sit for 2
Tar
years.
and chip?
I would do a tar and chip coat afterwards because the 19 millimeter is structurally the best option to put down. And then if you do a slurry coat or a tar and chip after the fact, it seals off any little imperfections, cracks, and everything in 19 millimeter.
I wanted to see what we
So
can do
works good.
for Erin Road within the next year or two.
That's another one that if you're worried about losing Erin Road, the sooner you can get to that, the better. And again, don't take my word for it, it's research I've done, but Tony can get with Steve Kehoe or any of these, Dalrymples or Bishops and ask them. Because as I work in Athens Borough, when Dalrymples paved some of our streets with 19, I asked their crew if they'd ever done that for anybody, and they don't leave it at 19. That's the Dalrymples guys on the paper.
Right.
They don't leave it that way. And the research I'm finding is the reason is because it's too porous. It accepts too much material, risks the freeze thaw, the brine gets in there, destroys your road sooner. Yes, it looks great. Next spring, Westbrook is going to look fabulous as it does now. This time you're going to be doing it sooner. So I wonder if you could put out a bid, just put it out there. Have Tony do the research, find what the best coat could be. Put a bid out there for the cost of an advertisement. You can find out what it's going to cost to do it before Tony puts salt to it.
Right.
Because it needs to be done.
Yeah, I've already started, I'm coming up on my section, I started getting some quotes for tar and chip on a few other roads that have been, that I'm trying to protect and save before it's too late.
And ask any, the pavers or Vessel Asphalt, any of them. I mean, granted, to Paul's point, sometimes Vessel Asphalt, this is literally what they do. So they might be biased to say, oh yes, you should put my coat on there. But if you get 4 different contractors who are telling you the same thing.
Does anyone know if Hallbaker's going to open up the Greens Landing pit?
As far from what I've heard, they're all in Canton, the drivers, and then they've cannibalized that equipment is things I've heard from Hallbaker drivers.
That road
So
was-
I don't even think the asphalt plant is
Aaron,
I don't think it physically can.
They're not going to. They're hauling out of Montoursville.
Yeah, it was that road with the PM yesterday to look at the road and see what he's saying.
All right, let's stay focused.
All right.
All right, anything else for Voice of the Residents? Mike, I made that note.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to the Athens Township Authority. Their next meeting is the 18th, or was the 18th of May. We don't have those minutes as of now. It was at 5:30, so I'm assuming we'll get those minutes next time. But the authority bills totaled $38,386, and there was also a delinquent list of $32,640. So those notices were sent, it looks like, too.
They only send the approved minutes.
Yeah.
So
So we'll
the
hear from
draft
them
from the
next
next
time.
one will be in the next meeting.
All right, next onto the Planning Commission. We have their notes from April, and it says that there is there's comments that they made on the Bradford County Subdivision and Land Development Ordinance amendment for data centers. And those comments were that one section should use to the maximum extent practicable instead of where feasible. Another section, it contradicts a different section in the ordinance, or in the ordinance, so they asked for that to be complete and changed. Reformat using correct outlining structure. I guess it was not in the structure that's normally done. The first draft mentioned emergency services, but the second draft does not, so they want to see it added back in. Another section is, it says section L, A, V, and VI are duplicates, so take one out. Another section, NB, should add property owner / developer. Section L should add a requirement for a sound study, and section L should also add a requirement for an air quality control study. So that's what the Planning Commission asked for to be changed in that Bradford County subdivision. So I guess we'll see how that goes. Next, the fire department. Paul, did you get to that meeting this month?
I did not. I was painting and I looked at the clock and I sent Mr. Merrill.
I don't have them.
Okay, I don't see anything
No,
from
I
them.
have an email that I got today.
From Austin?
Yesterday from Austin, that he had a lot of things come up and didn't get to the minutes, or the report for the meeting.
Okay, so we'll have
he was
two.
trying to get it done, but he did not feel as though it was going to be happening in time.
So we'll have two in
Yep,
here.
we'll have two for the next one.
Okay. Moving on to the Parks Department. First, the parks' new access was effective on June the 1st. They said that, I guess that's just to make a note of that.
Yeah, the new lock system.
Right. Did they have a backup or fill-in gatekeeper noted? Because I don't see it in here.
Yes, they did.
I believe they
So
did.
they have
myself.
some. Oh, good. Well, you live
Yes,
right there.
I
That's
do.
kind of nice. Okay.
Yes, as the backup is now in the Cadet Academy. So
Oh, good.
in case there's a situation where he can't make it, or the primary can't, I said I would do it.
Oh, fantastic. The park.
We probably
Sorry.
should make a motion to accept that, to appoint her.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't see where that is in here.
It's on the last page, last
Oh,
paragraph.
I was like, why is it not in order?
Well, anyway, I'll make a motion that Megan be the backup.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The fill-in backup.
Fill in, backup. Any opposed?
The backup to the backup.
But the other thing is, what are we paying her? Or are you volunteering?
You're the backup to the backup, so let's think about this.
I don't know, what are we paying the gatekeeper, what are we paying these guys?
They make $17.50 per opening or closing.
And that's for everybody. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll make that part of my motion then, if that's okay with the rest of you.
Who seconded it?
I did.
Are you okay
I
with
did.
that?
I'm okay. Mm-hmm. Yep, I'm okay.
And the motion passed. The park updated rules.
I didn't receive a new sheet of them. It's just noted in
What they've added?
Mead went
John, have
out
you
of town,
talked to
so
Mead?
I didn't get the actual sheet of them, but it does say.
All right, so the new
Because he's
rules
got
that
that
they
in
have
here for
updated
you.
are to include animal drop-offs are prohibited at any of the Athens Township parks and recreation properties and will be referred to the Athens Township Police for enforcement action and will be prosecuted. The second is the dumping of household and or commercial trash or waste strictly is prohibited. Such dumping will be referred to the Athens Township Police Department for enforcement and will be prosecuted, and a litter ordinance to be added to the Parks and Rec rules and regulations. So those are the three rules that they've added. And then confirmation of funds needed for the mini grant consideration, which I don't.
Do you want a copy of that? Or does she-
It was
So it was it was submitted and accepted.
It was supposed to have been part of the letter, that I didn't have that information, that it was part of the
Oh.
letter that was recommending the funding for them to be considered for the funding for that pavilion
Got it.
repairs. I didn't have that information until after the meeting.
So,
So it does need to be stated in the minutes that somewhere formally that the quote that they're submitting, which is the one from LeBlanc, is that total. They have
17,000?
coverage for.
Is this being used here?
So the price, including labor, material, dumping fee, and cleanup, is 17,000. And acceptance of this agreement is contingent upon the success of the mini grant, which was submitted on May 3rd and has been now awarded. Is that correct?
Just needs to state.
They're sending out a letter, I think, on June 8th is their deadline.
Yeah.
Okay.
To notify the recipients of said approval. of
Okay,
the
so
grant.
we'll know that for the June meeting.
Yes.
Does Mead not get the idea that we need 3 quotes?
3 quotes.
This was the quote that he submitted with the grant.
Oh, so he
So
might have.
this-
I'll talk to, I've been talking to
This,
him the other day.
this quote, the number for this quote needs to just be recognized as the parks has the funds to cover their portion of it if they are awarded. And
That's the
from
one
there,
accepted.
that's the number amount that they would have.
But I have to have something
Use.
established to be able to move
Yes.
forward.
Right, okay.
So that doesn't mean this company's going to get the job then, necessarily.
Necessarily.
Okay.
That's what they needed to submit for the grant.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Moving on to the Public Works Department. The Pavement Management Group system revisited.
Yeah, we got the proposal and everything from yesterday, Megan and I and Mason.
Mm-hmm.
It's just going over, how many road miles it's gonna cost. It's like 200 or 20,000, 21,000. What it turned out to be.
I'm gonna make a motion that we table this. This was 91-page contract. I got it yesterday. And I have extreme difficulty reading off my phone.
And I reviewed it, and I also have, it's a minor issue, I believe, but there is a reference in some points to a 1-year contract, and then there's a 2-year contract. And I want to make sure that the second year is only that $2,000. Is that your understanding?
Yeah, that after the first year, it's essentially a maintenance fee
For the second year?
to update everything.
And then
yeah.
the next year, then they're gonna, in year 3, they're gonna come back and anticipate that it's gonna be the 23,000.
Right.
So Tony, could you get clarification on that for June, and then I would make a motion to table this till then. Do I have a second?
Paul said he made the motion to table it.
So then I'll second.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Next, the additional road project estimates to review.
So, I was talking to Steve Kehoe because I'm just trying to see what I can do to help out with Queen Esther. Steve put together some estimates, and basically, if we were to go in and just do a full-on, FDR, just mill it all down and redo the base course and just do 9mm asphalt wearing, you're looking at 1.2 million. And that's for the whole development. And if not, the other alternative is just do the wearing course with the base and a backup for $505,050. So I just kind of wanted to get these numbers, that way I could see what I'm going to have to work with to get it going, because it does need attention, but I really wanted to try to see what I could do with Hickory Heights.
Tony, do you know who his supervisor is?
Who's that, sir?
Kehoe.
Craig Dibble.
Dibble.
Dibble?
Mm-hmm. Greg Dibble. So I was working on that one, and then I got with Darren with Vessel Asphalt yesterday.
I just got these
You're good.
right now.
Thanks.
Because it's like what Mike was saying earlier, I'm trying to do a, just surface treatment on Gateway Industrial, Sunnyfield Road, and then I was looking at the one part of Round Top Road, but I mean, that road in general is just, it's gonna need a full-blown FDR on the whole thing, just, take it back down and then rebuild it up. So I really wanted to focus on Gateway Industrial and Sunnyfield for this one, because from Sunnyfield, from the range to Hickory, it's still in really good shape. It's got some minor cracking that we need to seal up, and I think this would really help it out. And Gateway is, newer asphalt, so if I have it in the budget, which I know I have it in the budget, I should be able to see what we can do to get at least these two roads working this year.
Get tar and chip.
Yeah, tar and chip them.
You're looking at Gateway Industrial and Sunnyfield.
Road, just that.
From Wolcott Hollow.
From Wolcott Hollow to the range.
Yes, ma'am.
That's where, well, just.
I don't want to go too far afield with this, but I was up at Mike Reagan's house the other day with Joe King. We went out and drove around a little bit. Apparently we graded the sluice pipes full. I've got photographs of it. I'll show it to you after the meeting. We should probably get up there and clean it out.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable that
I'm
we
in
did
that
that
area
in the middle
tomorrow
of
too, so.
Interesting. Okay. So there's nothing we need to do. You're just looking at if this is something we can possibly do. And this is the one you just got, yes? Okay.
No. In order to officially move forward with that, if we're going to do that, we have to put it out for bid.
Correct.
But this will be our baseline, I guess, we can work on, but put it out for bid.
Right.
Just a thing to put out there, if you consider the tar and chip, like you said, Sunnyfield, in an industrial parkway, if you can put them all up in the same one, you save money, more roads, lower bid.
Right.
Something to be considered. If you had the money to eat the whole project in one season, to do it all in one season, because you can, and you'll get a better rate if they're already here.
Right. So Tony, if you can just get back to us and let us know if this is something we need to put out to bid. I mean, are you comfortable doing that tonight, or would you rather wait and try to get more information so that we can?
I mean, I think for these two roads, I would feel comfortable that we should do something with them.
With the
Sunnyfield.
Vestal asphalt one?
Because there's only there's only two companies
Right.
that do tar and chip.
So the Queen Esther information we can kind of sit on for now.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
But do I have a motion for?
Wait, before you do, what part of Sunnyfield Drive are you tar and chipping, the asphalt end?
From Wolcott Hollow to the police range.
To the range.
Then what did you do from Sunnyfield to Alley Hoot?
We put down DSA. We didn't fill it the whole way.
All right. Okay.
Because they worked on it last year, so we tried to take care of the bad spots on that one.
I hope it lasts better than what they did last year.
Yeah.
Because everything's back. Potholes and everything are back. It was just a waste of money.
I think I should get Erin Road added into that.
Could we do that as like an amendment, like to have these two and then another addition, like as secondary, like we did with the one we just accepted tonight?
I think so. We'll get her to bid off, sure.
What do you think?
To bid this.
I just need
You
a motion.
cool with that, Tony?
Erin?
If we get Erin added on and then just put it out for bid, and if Vestal Asphalt's the only one that bids it,
Yeah, I'm cool
cool.
with
If
that.
not, then
Okay. So Matt, are you making a motion?
yeah, I'll make a motion to adjust this to add Erin Road to get the tar and chip coat and put it out for bid.
Do I have a second? I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Yes. Okay, motion passes. Next, the Thomas Avenue Bridge joint shift. Were you able to get out there, Tony?
Yes, I went out and I met with Mr. Vanderpool, the project manager, engineer that had actually built the bridge. The bridge itself is fine. I mean, we walked underneath it, you know, all on the surface. What it is it's where they compacted the dirt butting up to the concrete, and it's just started to settle. It's like an inch low on the side going towards Milltown, half inch coming from Milltown out.
Okay.
So he and I and Bishop's are talking together. What we want to do is just add kind of an asphalt ramp that'll just marry up to it, and it'll fill in that gap. That way you don't have that thumping every time you go over it. Because I mean, he said that Mr. Vanderpool even said it probably should have, you know, maybe went a little thicker when they butted up to it. So, and it doesn't seem like Bishop's has a problem with doing it. It's just taking some time because they're spread all over the place right now.
Right. Okay, so that's in process.
Mm-hmm.
There's also, I believe it's supposed to be annual, maybe every 2 years, some type of treatment we're supposed to put on that bridge.
Yeah, you can. He and I were talking about that too because I wasn't aware of it. It was
some type of oil.
It's an oil. It's like a seed oil or something. I have it written down someplace. But you can use that, or you can use like the actual you can use the natural stuff, or you can just go buy the chemical stuff for it.
But we need to keep on top of that bridge. It's too
Would you
expensive.
classify this as a foundational problem?
He just said he classified. I mean, is just a compaction, just the dirt
Foundation.
Yeah. So.
It did come out pretty quick.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay, thank you for that, Tony. The bridge inspection report on the Moore Road Bridge came. Looks like there's a repair.
It's basically the same as the last one. Nothing is changing. It does say that there's no changes to note. The temporary system remains effective. It just needs.
To be
It's
fixed
still on the
within 6 months.
still on the radar for the.
All right, next the
That's right,
Asphalt
for the
Zipper
tip.
proposal.
Yeah, the only reason we had that put back on is they had contacted us again, and they had 2 units that were discounted. They were knocked down $90,000, and then he has a couple more that are purchased or bumped down and still have a 2-year warranty on it. So again, just trying to think of how we could maybe budget for something like this, or you know, the other half of Sunnyfield is a good example. I have no idea. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna. It's so mixed with asphalt and dirt, you know, and DSA and that. I got the one part I'm working on Murray Creek up with the top part right now that I'm gonna have to try to strip what I can with the backhoe and the grader, just so I can make it drivable because it's so rutted up. So yeah, that was really the biggest reason why that one was on there.
Have you seen this in action? Have you seen this?
I saw a video at Hershey and at the Poconos, but I didn't see it in person.
We went out last spring when they came up to show us how it works.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I know the guys were talking about it, and they really liked it.
Yeah. Okay, so does this offer expire or no? It's just until the
Until they're
machines
going.
are there? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's something for us to think about too, because that would, as long as we had the operator, which we do, would alleviate a lot of this bid out stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good to think about, Tony.
Do we have a list of roads with all the ditches are cleaned on?
No, I don't have that because, like I told them last meeting, they went through and were cutting the trees out of them, and the guy that was, we didn't physically dig the ditches out, they were cleaning the trees out of them and cutting them out of it, and trying to open up the sluice pipes. And that was
The
something that
excavator
Chris
still up
was-
on Game Line Road?
Yep, we were working the ditches until we started laying DSA.
So we haven't cleaned the ditch yet. A week from June.
Yeah, but I can't mow nothing. I can't get that. We're working quotes with a boom mower so I can try to work some of these, clean out some of these hillsides and some of the ditches. Because that mower we have out there, I guess it's too heavy for that little mower, that little tractor.
Am I missing that page, or is there not a page
I don't have to.
for the boom mower? Do you have those quotes?
I had them. Mr. Warner didn't send me the other one today, so I should have just, we were going to pull it off, but it was too late.
Okay, that's fine.
But Mason and I had been working it, and he said that if we do get the solid quote, we do have the budget, you know, where we could budget for it.
I would shop around.
Yeah, I'm talking to Warner, Tiger, and Bradco. I think it was Mexico. There was one more I was talking to.
I check like with Monroe Tractor.
Monroe.
They're up in Campbell. There's another equipment dealer. They're down in Watsontown, Land Pro. They're John Deere dealers, but I would shop around.
What do you know about tractors?
Nothing. I'm beginning to believe that, though.
Mason has some
I
input.
was thinking too is the fact that obviously it's heading towards June almost here, so I was thinking that we could call down to Bradco, because I just found out today that they actually rent the boom mower for a month. You can rent it out for $6,000. A week is $2,000, and per day is $600. But I was looking at the previous quote that he got for that boom tractor from Warner was approximately like $105,000. That was without trading in the current one. So I mean,
Are you looking at the whole thing, tractor and all?
Yeah, because
Well-
that tractor won't fit a boom mower. You have to have specific. So we're looking at
for
it.
a belly mount.
Warner was
to get
talking
rid of
about
Yeah.
the rear mount that we had.
taking our other one in.
We don't have a
As a
welder that
trade-in.
can fabricate something?
Not for
No,
that.
not for those,
that.
no.
Boom.
The other place to look on the state contracts.
State.
Yeah.
What the heck's it called? Essentially it's eBay for municipalities.
Oh
What the
yeah,
heck's
no,
it called?
Municipal.
Municipal.
Yes, that's the one. Municipal.
eBay for municipalities.
I knew what I wanted to say, just couldn't say it.
All right, keep us posted on that, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Next, we have the dust control.
Yep. I ordered a pallet of the chloride flakes today, so they got delivered this afternoon, and I'm gonna start getting the roads that we had been working on. I want to try to get them sooner rather than later. That way, it's not the end of the season like it was supposedly last year.
Okay.
So.
Is that this sort of
Mhm.
list here?
Yeah, so
That's
starting
what I thought.
about on the 3rd or the 4th, we started working DSA on the roads. We just finished off Beaver Pond the other day, and now we're almost finished with just the top section of Murray Creek, and then we're gonna go over to Duncan
Dunkley.
next.
Okay, good.
How much
Okay.
is that a pallet?
Oh boy, it was like
what? So per
2,000.
pound, it's 34.5 cents. So
2,100 for the pound.
What's that
Yeah.
calculate out to a ton?
a ton, 30. So.
I didn't mean to hit you with a math question. I know you went to Athens.
Say if you were ordering 10,000 pounds, it'd be $3,400.
Well, that'd be 5
So-
ton.
So essentially,
Okay. We have a purchase order here for a asphalt crack filler
Yeah, I think, Ron, you had asked me in the last meeting if we had one to fill the cracks. And apparently it broke and got discarded during the last regime, so I'm trying to get one that way we can try to get some of this spider cracking under control.
Right.
I guess this was not what I was thinking it was, but if this works, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean.
They used to have what we always called it a tar boogie.
Yeah,
You pulled
yeah,
behind the truck
it was
and they
pulled
pulled,
right.
and somebody walked with a
It
hose.
was smoke.
Right.
They pulled it out and
Well, yeah, then
it
that's
was
what I thought we were going to
packed full of
replace.
old material and couldn't get it to burn off
Does this make sense to get?
for maintenance. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Just for like any of the alligator cracking or any stuff like that in the road, unless we third party it, we have no way of sealing that up and
Right.
maintaining
This
it.
would
So
just be way easier for
yeah,
everybody. All right. Well, I'll make a motion that we accept that.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Me.
So am I.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a waste of money. Alligator cracking on every road in the township, you got 77 miles. You're not gonna fix the problem with that. I'm sorry. That's ridiculous.
It's not. It's part of maintenance. For after we do get roads
Maintenance?
done, they end up getting cracked and
Yeah.
stress cracks.
Maintenance
and stuff
should have
like
been
that.
done for the last decade,
I agree, but it wasn't.
but that's not the cure.
All right. So Bonnie, we just need to
Yep.
know your. Are
It's
you
okay, yeah, go ahead.
Are you okay with
Yeah.
that?
Yep.
All right. So the motion does pass. Can I have that? Moving on to the machine equipment operator new hire.
We've had Heather working with us for the past week. She's doing really well. I mean, she's doing really well. We got her trained up on a roller. That's what she's on right now. And then Kevin, who's been here for a month, a little over a month, is doing really good. He's out there running a grader and just kind of using his past knowledge of working with some of the other places. You know, we're getting, he brought up the whole, the rake and everything to start raking the roads. So we got some of the team to replace that. And we're going to try to do what they do in some of the other townships to kind of maintain it. So he's helping me out a lot between him and Mike.
Great.
And Heather's first day was the 19th.
Yes, the 19th.
Nice. Okay, Tony. Anything else?
No.
Great. Moving on to the police department, we do have a memo from Chief Thomas appointing Officer Richard Horton as our sergeant. Is that Mr. Horton? If you could come on out, please. So we have our chief here, Dan Thomas, and then our sergeant, who will be not new to the department, but now in a new role, correct? All right, so thank you so much. We're very excited to have you.
Congratulations.
We have to make a motion.
Yeah, we gotta make a motion.
We have to make a motion to do this.
We need to make a
Remember
motion.
last when we talked about when Roger had appointed? We couldn't remember. I know that we got a memo from Roger appointing, but I don't remember what came next,
I thought we made a motion.
which is
to do
fine.
that, and I think that would be advisable in this case.
Yes.
All right, so I'll make a motion to accept Chief Thomas's appointment of Richard Horton.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Next, we also have our Cadet Academy update.
Yes, there's not much of an update because they started orientation yesterday. Today was their first day, so I don't have a whole lot other than they're all set to go. Everything is taken care of and they officially started. And I believe their date is November 26th. I believe is when they'll graduate. I'll give you more updates as the academy goes on once they get rolling.
That's great. Thank you so much, Chief.
Absolutely.
Anything else for the police department?
No.
And thanks for bringing hot weather back from Florida.
You're welcome.
All right, next we need a motion to accept the monthly reports. I would say except for fire, as we do not have a fire report.
I will make a motion to accept the reports, with the exception of fire.
Fire. Do I have a second?
Second. I think Paul second.
Paul,
Yeah.
did you second?
Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Next, we need a motion to pay the monthly bills.
Well, I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
And I'll fight over it.
Nope, I'm putting
All in
that down.
favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Next, I need a motion to approve the minutes from the April 29th meeting.
I will make a motion to approve the April 29th and Tressa, you can't.
Do I have a second? Bonnie's motion.
I'll second.
Matt, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And I will abstain, as I was not in attendance.
Thank you.
Motion passes. Next, we have to consider and discuss the following items.
That's yours.
The audits update.
Go ahead, Mason.
Mason.
So, first, right here, I guess, in front of you, you'll see the email for the 2024 single audit. We got an email saying that the state approved it, and that's finalized. For 2025, I was talking to Sarah, the main person over at Guthrie & Co. handling it. They're about done. They're handling the draft right now. The only thing they're waiting on is to hear back from Baker Tilly on a few things that they need to finish. So hopefully the next week or two they can get that back to us. And then for the pension audit, Megan and I had a call with April, the person who handled it, and that was finalized on May 12th. And there were some things that she had brought up to us regarding the audit itself. And one of those things was for the 2024 MMOs, we got, I think, $26,000 was approximately the amount over the MMOs. So initially we only put in that minimum requirement. So we have to put in the $26,000 to the retirement accounts, or else it was either that or send the money back to the state and plus an additional accrued interest since receiving the funds. So obviously we're going to put it into the,
Right.
and then 2025's contributions for the defined contribution plan, that was finalized with forfeitures, and I was going to request the forfeitures that are in the account to come back to the township as it's the township's funds. An additional finding she had was that the AG 385 funds was never submitted correctly for 2021 and 2022. So she found out that we were underpaid for those years. So she said that we would be receiving a lump sum for those years from the state as well. So we'll have that coming in as well.
Nice.
Good.
But we may have to refile the 205
For those years.
for those 2 years, but it would all depend on their review. Since it is so long ago, they may not require it to be refiled.
Nice.
But they'll let us know when we get
Great.
through it all.
That's good work. Next, we have the District Magistrate Office lease renewal.
I did forward correspondence to the attorney in Pittsburgh. I have not heard anything back from Attorney Farah as of yet. That went out pretty quickly after your last meeting, so it's been about a month, but I have not heard any type of a response.
When is that up?
It actually is over.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I don't know why the county has outsourced it to an attorney in Pittsburgh. I mean, I have a basic understanding of what transpired, but it hasn't improved the efficiency of a response.
Interesting. Okay.
And just to clarify, the county had her contact me, so there's no question that it went to the correct individual and with a pretty good explanation of what it was that we were trying to do.
Okay, well,
I do have it diaried. I think maybe like for 45 days, figuring that it would take some time. So if I don't have anything, I'll probably just resend that same correspondence saying, please advise.
second notice or whatever, yeah. Okay. Thank you, John.
Sure.
Next, the storage unit status and content transfer options.
I reached out we did get the contract signed for moving everything over to Sandroni's as effective the 1st of June. We can start moving stuff.
Okay.
I did reach out to a couple of moving companies, 6 to be honest. I only heard back from one until this afternoon when I heard back from a second one.
Okay.
They have I have 2 quotes to move the between 12 and 16 filing cabinets that are over there. The boxes, we haven't had a lot of time to go through and purge, and it is what it is. So for the filing cabinets alone, I thought that was a bigger target to get covered.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 2 quotes for moving the filing cabinets. This, the Nagley storage and moving is the company that moved everything from here to the Enterprise Center the last time. And there is a quote from Wright for the same, just moving the filing cabinets.
Okay, so the Nagley quote is saying it will take between 4 and 6 hours with a quote of between $1,060 or to $1,590, whereas the Wright Pro quote is a flat rate of $1,200. Am I reading that correctly?
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask why we're hiring a moving company when we have a road crew sitting out here? We have multiple employees. We have volunteers in the township who could move this stuff. We're just giving $1,200 away.
A lot of the boxes and things over there are not in the best conditions as far as being able to just throw them in the back of a trailer and stuff and move them. You have to be like, well, you can't just throw stuff in the back of a truck. You have to have it secured and
That's how we take it to the dump.
filing cabinets and,
Like it's wet.
we bring it back here and go through the things.
Is there anybody that's on the board now that was on the board when all that stuff first went over there?
It was 10 years ago
Ron, maybe?
when they moved
was.
it the
Why
first
did you
time.
move it over there?
Because we had very little room left here. I'm trying to remember, but this wall all had filing cabinets. We just ran out of room. And it's stuff that we had to keep. A lot of it was planning.
And these are both insured to move things.
Does anybody have to be bonded to access these files with people's social security numbers?
I'm not sure there's anybody in this room, Paul, that knows all what's even in there.
I understand.
Because I've been in the room.
Yeah.
I don't know what's in there. So my question is,
Do they have to be bonded to even touch the documents?
Why should we continue to spend money to store crap somewhere else? Because if necessity is the mother of invention, if you put it all in this room, somebody figure out what to do with it. And if the project originally was supposed to be put on microfilm and something happened, is my understanding, it wasn't done right, it wasn't finished right, and nobody followed up or did anything with it, so they just said, let's put it in some room and forget about it. Well, $5,000 a year, that's $40,000.
But right now,
But I'm not arguing that we have to store the documents or maintain them or anything of
Yeah,
that
we just
nature.
need to get it
What I'm
moved
saying
and
is,
get it out of there.
you're paying somebody $1,200 to move 7, 8 filing cabinets when you have 5 guys on the road crew sitting in the shop.
But they're gonna be out on the roads.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a calendar with all of
If
what
it
you're
rains
doing.
real hard one day, I think they could do that.
Okay, but we need to know that it's moved, like it can't be if.
Well,
Well, I mean, my suggestion is regardless of
I mean, how hard
who
is
moves
it?
it's where you move it to, what's it gonna cost, for how long to not be gone through, and it's just gonna sit there and be a monthly or yearly bill over and over and over again, when there's a tax book Ron pulled out from 1891. Now,
Which we
I'm
should
not
probably
his-
keep.
I'm not a historian, well, that's what Ron said.
Well, no,
I'm not
that's-
a
you're
historian.
right.
I mean, that's a treasure, okay?
But there is, Spalding Library has a spot to do things like that. Do we really need to just move the problem from the leaky problem to another problem to just forget about it?
I thought you said there was no leak.
My understanding is it's leaked twice.
It's leaked twice, yeah.
That's why we took them out the dump, threw them away.
or anything
You know, so
away.
my thought is, why are we keeping this and continuing to store it?
If it's over 7 years old, we don't have to, was my understanding, right?
No,
no.
Some things do need to be kept longer than 7 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
But somebody certainly can go through that.
Well, I think you guys have been in the process of going through it, is that
We
correct?
brought 10 boxes over, and we've gone through, 8 of them, 9 of them?
Yeah, I think there's like 2 or 3 in the cabinet.
But everything has to be physically gone through document by document,
Oh,
so.
I understand it, that this, what I'm proposing is a tedious process for someone other than me to do this, but the money that's already been
We just
spent
need to
to
get it
not go
moved
through it.
and into the
plus now
storage
spending
unit
more
and
money
have Cindy
not go
continue to
through
work
it.
on it.
Right.
Bottom line.
Is there any
So what we're gonna
qualification
do-
or certification or training
So-
to be looking through this stuff?
We don't need a discussion, we just need
Right.
a motion.
Yeah, I
We need
mentioned
to
the
get it.
Connex.
Yes, there is.
Put it on
Not
that
training,
website.
There's
but we have
a
a,
flat rate or there's
there
a
is
movable
a
rate.
guideline we have to follow.
You think it's
For
gonna
certain
Has to be
be 24
bonded.
hours?
No, no.
But there is
There is no, they
guidelines
didn't
with
put
regard to what needs
a
to
rate
be
on here,
They just said-
hour-wise.
No,
We
they just said a
adopted
flat
that
rate to
already.
move.
Yeah, we did that.
And are they gonna do it all at the same time?
Yeah, there's no,
Yeah, I
They
got
know
no
that it
problem
needs
with
to be out of there
throwing
by the
stuff
end of the
away.
month.
What are we throwing away?
Because this
By the end of
doesn't, this doesn't.
Enterprise Center, you could have
Hold-
had
hold on,
Madison
can we-
drop a
hold-
Connex
hold-
box outside that door.
Mike, hold on, we're trying to have a discussion of
There is.
this, okay?
don't.
We
That's
we
what I'm
get it,
saying.
we
You can't have
understand the
just, like, random-
documents,
Yeah, that's
we understand that they need to be moved, but
Yeah,
let's,
we can't have random
let us have our
citizens doing it
conversation
either.
here.
No, but for
They're
myself,
insured.
for myself and Mason to be with the companies that are whichever is gonna be moving the things is, and most of the cabinets are locked. The boxes are, he and I are going through.
And honestly, both of these companies are insured, so if there's anything that happens that we think is willy-nilly,
Why
like
can't we
somebody
put
got
shipping?
into something, then they would
Right.
have to pay for that.
Right, and
We're shipping.
what line item does this come out of? We don't have a line
I
item
think
here.
this has been going on for years.
I mean, it's not
What-
that hard.
don't we have-
Mason, do we have a line item? Do we have
You
a
have a line
line?
item?
You can use like storage in the municipality.
We need that
Why
to be
not?
able to,
Because that's what.
I would
the
assume
zoning
it would
ordinance
Well, we
be
can
the
change
same
it.
as
You could.
whatever.
That would require
Or
thinking.
contract
says.
service.
Then we could end up with how many?
so it'd come out of the same as the
Because
storage
Baldwin
unit.
Brothers is the one that did that for years with their tires.
All right, so we just need to decide what we're
It's
doing.
better than having them sitting in the road or throwing them in
Say-
people's property. And you
Looking
can
at
take
both
those
of these
tires
quotes-
down to the
So
cement
what is it?
plant.
Looking at both of these quotes, does anybody want to make a motion on anything?
I think we need to win the executive.
I called 6 places and only heard back from one until
Today.
until today when I finally got one additional.
All right.
Well, we know the one's gonna charge $1,200, but we don't know what the other one is really gonna charge.
Right, and
Could be
we're
six,
1,060 to
almost
1,590.
Yeah.
We don't.
I've never heard of this one though.
Right, Pro?
Yeah.
And Higley's the one that did it before, right? Moved everything 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know how long it's going, how long is it gonna take this other one to get it done?
They both were told that everything needed to be done by the end of the month, in June.
Well, these guys estimated 4 to 6 hours, if I'm reading the one from Nagley.
Mm-hmm.
This other guy doesn't have anything on it.
He just has the total for the whole relocation.
I mean, that's a quick move too. We have to, when's our lease out on that?
The end of June.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And this one is the fourth, I mean, this one's spelled out with people.
Are they lateral?
Yeah.
With gauge.
They're just regular.
I mean.
Like
vertical.
the ones there.
We don't know how long it's gonna take.
Comfortable with it, yeah.
We don't have, yeah.
They take a lot of
There's
time.
no guarantee.
I have 3 at my office. It's not a quick job just to empty everything and somebody's gonna have to put everything back.
We've moved ours
We're
at
not-
school without emptying them.
We're not emptying.
So we
Yeah, they have
we don't
dollies
empty
that'll handle
them. We
that.
just put it on a dolly, and I mean, I moved an entire giant filing cabinet from Lynch to Row on a dolly. I didn't break that one. Actually, it was a good thing.
Use a refrigerator dolly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Said you just volunteered.
Well, I'm not doing it because I'm not strong enough to be honest.
Well, you got it from Lynch to Row.
Yeah, 3 people helping me. What are we gonna do? Because sitting here, you know, I guess we could talk about it all night. But do we want to move forward with this, or are we just gonna?
We have to be out by the end of June.
Yeah, we have
Right.
to be
So
out.
what do we want to do?
If I knew that this other one was gonna be out of there quickly, I don't have a problem with that, but he's not giving us any time frame. This other one said 4 to 6 hours.
So I guess the question is, 6 hours would be almost $1,600. Whereas the other guy, it doesn't matter how long it takes him, he's only going to charge us $1,200 for the whole move. So are you willing to hedge your bet on the fact that it might take 4 hours and we only would have to pay $1,100, or you think, I don't know. I think that we're splitting hairs.
Yeah, I think there are two.
We've been playing around with it for so long. If you want to take a chance, on $1,200. I mean, he's got a month to get out.
Right.
Yep. You making a motion, Ron?
Did you make a motion, Ron?
Yes, I'll make a motion so we get this thing over with.
What's your motion?
That we hire Right Pro to move out.
Who owns Right Pro?
Luke Wright.
We don't know.
Luke Wright.
Luke Wright?
It's on the paper.
He's a great kid. I had him in school. So, Paul, I'm sorry. Ron's motion was to accept the bid from Wright
Can we
Wright Pro.
slap a time frame on that?
You gotta have a second.
Hang on just a minute.
I
Wait.
mean, you can. You said that they have to be out by a particular.
They know that that we have to have everything out by that last day.
Right.
Okay.
So,
I'll second.
Okay, Bonnie's second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any
Yeah.
opposed?
Yes.
Okay, let's keep going.
Motion passes. Next, we have the LSA grant funds and the options for that. There's an update.
We were approved and okayed to change one of the trucks to an SUV. I had them send over quotes for a Blazer to go along with the Equinox that they had already sent over. Eddie looked at these. He said the Blazer would be a little bit more what he can see as that vehicle.
Okay.
And I just need a decision to move forward.
Well, it looks like
we can't get a permit to put a storage container in the yard, but we're gonna buy this guy a new car.
It's all being purchased by the grant.
Correct.
Yeah.
What,
The grant.
what's the?
The only thing it doesn't, the grant won't cover is any of the, like the lights that have to be, like the upfit, like the lettering and the light package. That's the only thing that is not
So the
included.
grant covers the whole thing.
I don't know why they're different paperwork pricing. Either.
I mean,
When is the grant funding
what do you
expected
think?
to show up?
As soon as we file all the documents for what we've used.
Also,
We have to
township
put it out,
actually
yeah.
physically has to purchase it first,
Yep.
and then bring it.
Didn't we just put $3,000 in the code enforcement guy's car? Code guy's car was. Then we just put $3,000 in it?
To get it back,
We did,
to get it on the road.
So I would
now?
suggest that we have another year on it at least, right?
well, we have to spend the money for the
Right.
grant, correct?
Yeah, we have to, and we have to be for a vehicle, for this, for a vehicle.
Right.
I
Well, I'm
mean,
sure we'll break something and
If
that's.
this is gonna, if this is gonna be covered, why not go with the more expensive one if it's already covered? So we're getting a more
Right.
expensive car for free.
Right.
I'll make a motion to accept the Chevy Blazer.
We want to make sure that we have
A signer.
all the fees included when we do this. All of the,
Everything that's on the quote is what was submitted for the
Grant.
grant.
Can we table this? Can we make motion to table it?
There's a motion on the table.
We just need to have a signer for it as well.
I'll second the motion that we get the Blazer.
So we have a motion and a second for the Blazer. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
Me.
Okay, motion passes. I'd like to make a motion to allow Megan to be the signer.
Yay. Yay. Thank you.
Matt second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Okay.
Brand new, it'll have the GM factory warranty.
Is that the zoning vehicle option? That's on the next? Okay.
No, that is what the plan would be if this was to move forward.
Okay, so what do you want to do with the zoning vehicle? Once we have this one in hand, sell it?
Well, why don't we wait till we get the one in hand first?
It's not going to be before June, right? So, yes, no? Could be. All right, well then let's table this one to June. I'll make a motion to table the zoning vehicle option to June. Do I have a second?
Which one? The old one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do I have a second?
Yeah, I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
What do we do?
Motion passes.
We made a
All right,
motion
the
for
Erin Road survey and study for weight rating update.
to determine what we're gonna do with that.
This is not.
No. No. Should be in there.
I do not see it.
No. It should be in there, but it's here anyway. I heard back from PennDOT for LTAP. They can't cover something like that.
Okay.
I have a proposal from Larson designed for what they would charge to do this for. I swear these are in there somewhere. And I had a conversation with Stahl Schaefer about how they said they would take quite a while to be able to get something like this done, but it would be in the ballpark of $5,000.
Okay. Who is that could do
I
it?
know I copied this because I remember stapling them all together.
Okay, well, this is what I have left. There's these papers right here. Because all these we've already gone through. Chloride, purchase order, road work,
Oh, I know I have them all copied
Memo.
somewhere, so.
supervisor's report, treasurer's report. Last month's meeting.
So they're probably on my desk. I will grab them. If you want to skip this and go to the next.
Okay. So we'll skip that one, go back to emergency declaration ordinance revision.
Yeah, I know that I had prepared a draft and forwarded, and I guess there was some misunderstanding with regard to the interpretation of it, is the only way to put it. All I was trying to do was add in the opportunity that if you had a roadway that washed out, road closure, something like that, that you would have the ability to bring in somebody in an emergency situation in order to have that addressed. Things of that nature. If we're just wanting to limit it to the snow and the fire emergency or the burn ban, I can certainly do that. If you don't want to get into, because I guess the suggestion was that we could be stepping on the toes of the emergency management coordinator. That was never the intention.
Right. So would it be better to just go strictly with the snow and burn ban?
It's really whatever the board wants to do, but I'm certainly amenable to whatever direction the board wants to take.
Does anyone else have input? I'm personally fine with it being the burn ban and the snow, because
Okay.
that's where we kind of get tripped up the most. And it feels like the emergency, any other emergency would fall under the emergency management, that's not something that we would have to do, but that they could do.
I just know from other municipalities, they've been in situations in which they need to take action quickly, and having a designated emergency in advance and someone that can go through that process can be beneficial. Not saying you have to.
Right. Do they have like the emergency preparedness coordinator like we have?
I mean, the county has one, yes.
Right. So would it fall to them?
Well, again, sometimes we're looking at something that's really small in scope, not anything major. I'm the first one to suggest that if you have a major flood event, that's going to be something that your emergency management coordinator is going to be responsible for. But if it's a simple matter of a road closure, you have trees that come down, just to ensure that you can react quickly.
And communicate that out.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good.
But is it overkill? Perhaps. And that's what I guess I'm asking for the direction from the board.
I'm okay with it.
I don't know what I did with those.
Anybody else? That makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
That Tony should be able to do that.
Well, that's, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it hasn't been advertised or anything yet because I
Right.
wanted the board's direction.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Everybody else?
Mm-hmm.
All right, moving on to the Expand Energy new lease proposal.
What do you have to do with it?
Is this it? No.
I had presented
Yeah,
that.
I don't know what I did with
That's
those
the one
other
we're going
things.
with.
All right, well, we don't have that, so we'll just
You want to be advertised
scratch it
now?
out.
It had been
Is this that or no?
approved to be advertised previously,
Okay.
so I think we already have that approval. If you want to
Is
make
this
an
the
additional
Expand
motion.
thing?
We had it at the last meeting. I didn't
Oh.
print out the whole contracts again. I just printed the
They added parcels?
the map of the parcels again.
That's what this is?
Yeah.
And the parcels are 1 through 8, is that correct?
Yeah, they're all the FEMA ones, except for one that is,
5 is on a different road? Oh, it's at the park.
Did he give a reason why they're interested in these small parcels?
No. I mean, there was no additional, just that they had interest. And I did reach out to the representative, I think Paternoster or something was her name, And I know from the past experience when we've gone through this a while ago, it took a while to get approval back from them that we could utilize those FEMA parcels.
But this was all cleared up before.
They did give their approval.
On
but
these?
No, that's what I'm saying. I mean, yes, on the parcels,
they using these
but
for?
I would want to run this past them again because
Okay.
some of
I
the
didn't- I wasn't
conditions
there last meeting, did they
are
say?
slightly different.
Right.
So I don't want to run afoul
Yeah,
of
did
it.
they say what they're using it for?
All subsurface.
I didn't know if that was all part of the round top deal or not.
No,
Okay.
no.
Yeah, no surface contact or usage.
Where would the access be?
I don't know where the initial access would be. I mean, they would drill 2 miles subsurface, like laterally.
Where's number 5?
Are they just subsurface leases?
That's
Yeah.
what Matt's saying, yeah.
Yeah, it's all subsurface, no,
You see
no
five?
surface access or anything.
1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4.
This is the thing.
Where? Okay, it's right here.
Can't, it's just the study on that Erin Road for the speed and that weight.
Okay. All right, what do we want to do with this expand lease?
That's where he stands,
At least as it
Yeah.
pertains to those FEMA properties, I really want to
Stand
get
there.
that approval before you accept, if you want to go down there.
Why? Wow.
Why do they want to rent, look,
Oh, they're up to something, obviously, but
Yep.
I don't understand why. Oh, parcel 5 is our park.
Yes,
Mhm.
that's Jim King Park.
What in the hell are they doing with that?
Subsurface stuff. I want to know where the access point is.
I don't
Because you're
understand.
looking at houses and stuff.
Are we privy to that, getting a copy of that, just out of curiosity? Or no?
The lease, the map. I can tell you right where it is. You want me to tell you where it is? All of Wildwood. So all those houses that got taken down in the last flood, if there's not a house there, it's that parcel.
Okay.
And then Jim King Park over in East Athens. Those are the 8 parcels.
What do they want with that?
Subsurface gas. So
Are
it
they
would
taking
be,
it whether or not-
it would mean that nothing would be on top and everything would be under the ground, but my question is, where's the access point?
2 miles away.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, like
Because
there's a
they
there's a
can't
pit
drill
right
in
there.
Jim King Park, but they can drill a mile away from there. They can reach under Jim King Park and extract gas.
Yeah.
But they don't have a lease, so they
Right,
can't.
and there are all those
drill.
houses there.
I don't understand
Right,
where they are.
they're just drilling a hole. They want to drill, be able to
I have
drill
no
a hole
idea.
under someone else's property.
Right.
I make a motion that we pass on this. At least table it,
Well, which
so
is
we
it,
know a
Paul?
little bit more.
Which is it?
Let's make a motion to table it so we can research this a little bit, make a big decision.
Excuse me.
At least get the
Did
approval
they tell
not
you-
to
Can I
find out.
just make Valerie O'Neill, if you're not signing simple little things like a subsurface lease and you pass a data center approval for something like that to go up here, we have a big problem. They're gonna drill under you whether you sign that or not. I'm just saying. The data center is,
Totally different deal.
Mm-hmm.
that's a scary animal that we don't know anything about, and nobody should pretend to.
Right.
We should be putting a moratorium on that whole thing.
I'll make
That's
that
just my
motion right
opinion.
now. Can we make a moratorium on that until we know what's going on with these things?
What?
Well, we're on 2 different topics
Yeah,
here,
we're
so
on 2
let's
different
stick
topics.
to
All
the
right.
agenda first.
All right, so Paul made a motion to table
Expand
the
lease.
expand leases. I'll second. We'll
Okay.
discuss it at another time.
So on
Go
Paul's
through a
motion
little
and
further.
Matt's second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
No.
Motion passes. Okay, the data center thing is not on our agenda, so that's something we can bring up next meeting if we feel like we need to.
Put it on you.
Can we,
Make a motion that we vote, put it on you.
Go back to what?
back to this Erin Road thing, to do something,
The survey?
yeah, to
Okay.
at least I only have one like proposal
Well,
Okay.
to look at, so if I
Okay.
can get another one from
I know.
this Stahl Schaefer,
Okay, so,
we table
yeah,
that to.
I make a motion to table number 6, Erin Road survey, until we get a second quote.
Okay.
Hunt didn't put in proposal?
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Bonnie? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Right, that will also be tabled. E.Reid as the floodplain manager certification, sorry, I'm tired apparently, renewal for $90.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Before you continue, Paul made a motion down here on the end of the table, whether anybody heard it or not. Go ahead, Paul. What was it?
I'd like to make a motion that we pass a moratorium on any data center until we know a little bit more about this. We're blind here.
Do we have to?
I
make a
haven't had
motion
the
to add that
opportunity
the
to drive
meeting
down to
first?
Hardwick where they actually have one of these.
You can put it on the agenda. You cannot put a moratorium on it. However, there is a mechanism by which you could limit the placement of those through your zoning ordinance. And you could make them put it into a place where they would have no desire to do that.
I think that's reasonable. Mrs. O'Neill knows a hell of a lot more about this than I do.
Well, can I
We don't
remind
have this on the
everybody
agenda
about
either.
the last meeting where a couple of people stood up and said, and Matt, you and I were talking about before this meeting,
Bonnie.
where we want to reach out to neighboring municipalities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's not just Athens Township.
Yeah, if they put one in Sarah, it affects
Well,
us.
probably Sarah and Athens Borough, not going to happen.
Honestly,
but-
they put one in Wysox, it's gonna
It's the
affect
ballot.
us.
You
Okay.
know,
Yeah, I put some feelers out. I sent some emails out to some surrounding municipalities and asked them to spread the word to see if we can get any traction, if anybody's available or wants to try to get together and sit down and talk about it at some point. So, it's in the works.
One of the biggest issues you're going to face, though, is that you have zoning. You have a lot of controls.
Yep.
These other municipalities do not.
Right.
And they may be very limited with regard to what they can prevent.
We're lucky.
Yes. But you may also want to look at doing something in your zoning ordinance in order to address these issues.
So is that something that we can just add to
I
June's
would,
meeting?
Yeah, I would put it on the agenda for further discussion pertaining to
Add
data
to
center
June.
placement.
I know Plan Commission is, at our last meeting, that was a discussion, and we are aware of it, so, yeah.
Okay.
So we are looking at it, but.
So that'll be on our agenda in June so that we can kind of come up with ideas. And John, if you have things that you can add to that discussion, that would be very helpful too.
Sure.
And Matt, same with you. If you can, if you know who to reach out to and you have the people that you think you can reach out to and get any information about the neighboring municipalities, that'd be fantastic.
Maybe John can reach out to neighboring solicitors in, say, Luzerne or Monroe County and ask them, because there are protractors and detractors down there, like Humboldt Industrial Park, they want one down there. This is in Luzerne County. Maybe John can reach out to other attorneys and say, hey, what are your people doing against it or for it? Because we're researching it. So maybe, to John's point, there is a way you can limit the scope of what they can and can't do through your zoning. Maybe John can reach out to some of these other townships in Pennsylvania that are either for or against it, and what did you do for or against it? How did you prevent it? How did you allow it to go through? And then he can get a model for you guys of the pros and cons of, if you don't want one, here's how you do it.
John, can you explain if somebody presented plans for one before anything happened in zoning, what the process would be?
Right now, you don't have anything in your ordinance that pertains to data centers.
Correct.
So it would be handled as a use not provided for and would be a conditional use. Where if it's something, it's in your zoning ordinance and you have specific provisions dealing with it, then you can limit the placement of it. So for instance, if you put it in your, industrial area, for instance, which might make some sense, but you're going to want to also take in consideration, does that then give them access to water? Does it give them access to energy? You're going to want to be very conscious of where you would permit it. You have to be able to permit everything somewhere, okay? But it doesn't have to be in a place that they necessarily would like to put it. It's like the same thing with adult bookstores. You have to allow them somewhere, but you don't have to allow them in your city center. You can make them go into the agricultural district or an area that they have no interest in.
Reagan's video porn store, awesome.
Thanks, Mike.
Well, you're the only one I know of in with agricultural land.
So that's the point, right,
gave it to me
Mr.
for
Thompson, is that right now, there's nothing in the zoning that is conditional use.
We're not covered up
And
to
so,
2027.
We would have to amend your zoning ordinance.
without an ordinance, it's not illegal for them to apply before the board to have it come, which is, to Valerie's point, the big issue.
I know they're coming. They called me last October for White Sox, and they were willing to offer somebody $17 million on their land.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you know is
They
going to
don't-
turn that down?
They don't care.
Yeah, no doubt.
How
Oh,
it's
yeah.
gonna affect our area, their money.
Well, and to your point, Rosemary, too, we probably really do need to get something in our ordinance to protect us, but we still need to work with the valley.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? But we
That's what
need to
we said
get,
last week.
we need to get our ducks in a row here first, I think.
Well, I think in tandem.
I went to the Greater
'Cause I don't think
Valley.
it can wait.
This is the discussion
Yeah.
that doesn't need to happen right now.
Okay, all right,
All
let's,
right, we'll talk about this next month.
Yeah, put it on, I think,
Megan's got a note to put it on the agenda.
okay.
All right, next we have the CPR AED First Aid Certification, Township Employee Training Opportunity. We do have an opportunity to hold a CPR training, which would also include the AED and First Aid. If we can get 5 or more people, then the cost would be $60, and the certification is good for 2 years. With the 5 office members, if we had Mason, Megan, Cindy, Ed, and Tony all get their certification, there's the 5, so that it would cost $60 each. And then if the road crew would like to add on, I think that would be fantastic, as those are things that are needed.
what about the police department?
They are already certified
Are they?
until
Okay.
2027, so this way we would have everyone certified, because as everybody knows, you never know when an emergency is going to strike. So I think that this is a fantastic opportunity and would make a motion to be able to do that.
I'll second it. Oh, go ahead, Bonnie.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Greater Valley
Aye.
EMS will do this for free.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Zoning hearing board vacancies, we did receive a letter of resignation from T.Glielmi. So I would make a motion to accept her resignation as of 5/1.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. If we could get, maybe someone has interest in being on that zoning hearing board, any interest, that would be great.
There's also an alternate open.
Cool. If anybody knows anybody that would like to do that, let Megan know. Next, we have the State Route 4022 Wilawana Bridgework detour change request.
That's what I'm saying.
That's several.
A lot of people
Calls.
have asked to put a light on that.
Putting a light on it would, I think, back it up when it's hot. Yeah, it would back it up onto
First let
the
it
bridge.
patch
Yeah.
the one way
Yeah.
again. That put it like that.
So what did PennDOT respond at all?
I didn't do anything else other than
Okay, just know that those are requests that have been put in, I think by the greater good of all of the people that live in Wilawana, I think. Township property purchase inquiry. This is that Dunkley Hill Road, and if I remember correctly, there was a lot of stipulations surrounding that property.
Yeah, this gentleman just asked if the board would be interested in selling any vacant properties, specifically this piece, or any other properties in this.
Was that the property, John, that had to be used for educational purposes?
The one that pertains to, I believe, is, it had to be for.
Yeah.
'cause
We tried to get the Boy Scouts to do something with it.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
And we tried to get the school district to do something with it too, and they never bit. Which is strange, because we have a lot of outdoor ed classes that could be used.
So if nobody wants to bite on educational use, why not drop that provision and sell it?
That's not up to us, is that, John?
No, that is in the deed, runs with the land. In fact, that would be virtually impossible to remove.
So there's nothing we can do with that. Just,
So
I
you're
would let them
saying
know.
there's a chance?
Yeah. I did say virtually.
So I would let them know that that's not something
That was
we're
one of the
able to
big
do.
problems in downtown Athens with the clubhouse and all the different things that they tried to do with that, if you have familiarity.
Yeah, I tried to talk him into making that the police station.
All right, any personnel or staff that we need to do at this point? I don't think so either. All right, we have correspondence from TRA Electric, the traffic signal battery replacement update.
I have an email.
What's it say?
They had been up a few times to troubleshoot the light at Walmart, and apparently the controller the controllers have been causing a lot of the problems. But while they're investigating why that is happening, they realize that there's batteries bad at the. Well, someone replaced the battery at Wilawana, and there's two others that needed to get batteries replaced. So that as they replace the batteries, they are still working on. They replaced one conflict monitor, and they're looking at the data to figure out what's going on with it and why there's so many issues with them. So
All right, so
often,
that's
so.
ongoing. Okay, next, the JHA Notice, the Valley Energy permit application for work on 220 and Wolcott Hollow Rd intersection. It looks as though those permits were already, this is improving the natural gas system that goes out to those. I don't see a date, do you?
Yeah, it's. Oh, where is it? I found it on here once. It's in here. I just don't know when.
Anybody find those dates?
It's on here somewhere. I just don't know exactly where. Oh, 8/20/2025. It's on the last page on the map on the bottom.
8/20/2025.
Oh, maybe that's when they did the map drawing.
Can we get clarification on that date?
Yeah.
All right, next, the Valley Joint Authority, Sewer Authority, the Wasteload Management Report. That was completed and reviewed by our DEP. Looks as though shows that there's no existing hydraulic or organic overload, and they are not projected to overload in the next 5 years. But we are still monitoring. So that's good to know. The Bradford County COG. Did anyone attend that meeting? I don't know, Ron, if you went.
No, I didn't.
Okay, looks like they had guest speakers. And the next thing that they're doing is planning the August 24th dinner meeting, and their next meeting is June 22nd. And finally, we have the grader training running on the 10th of June from 8 to 3 for Mr. Flick and Miss Fenton.
Smithfield Township.
Nice.
Who's doing the training?
Tim Robinson with the Conservation District.
Great. Okay. At this time, we'll adjourn at 7:50 into executive session for personnel and pending legal. If you are staying, we'll open the doors when we're finished. You can come back in.
God, I don't know where I put those things. No, because I think we're all together. The only reason I remember is because we ran out of yellow toner, and when I printed the Larson Design little square, it was like yellow, it's like a peachy color, and it was bothering me the whole time. to IRFCU.
Okay, I'll make a motion that John send the letter to, is it to the IR or is it
It's
to?
there.
It's a credit union.
Okay, so I would make a motion to authorize John to send the letter to their council. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. And next, we need a motion for Matt to do work out on the range.
I'll make that motion.
I'll
I would
second
make it contingent on.
the call to Gannon.
Yep.
Oh, okay, that's part of my motion.
Contingent upon
Your call,
insurance.
yep, your call to Gannon.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. I need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Meeting adjourned at 8:04 p.m. Thank you.